Hey YouTube, what's up? What's up, fellas? Guys, I'm live right now. I'm live right now on Twitch. Twitch.tv/DeadlySlob. Link in the description box below. Oh no!
Boys, take 3. Oh man, that would have been a 10-minute disaster. I hate you, chat. Here we go. Gotta look at the camera. Hey YouTube, what's going on, guys? I'm currently live on twitch.tv/DeadlySlob. Check it out, link in the description box below. We are taking a look at the new wipe. It just dropped right now. We're playing it on Twitch, so come on over. Come on down. But today, we're taking a look at some of these patch notes that were just released. I'm not going to dive too deep into the technical jargon of it, but we're going to see what's new. And also, Twitch is joining me on this adventure, so what are you guys doing? What are you doing on YouTube? Come on over. Take a seat. We're here. Say hi to YouTube, guys. There you go. There you go. Trickle in. Trickle in. Okay, let's see what's up. I'm actually going into this pretty blind, to be fair. Extend the lighthouse location added the ability to visit the island where the lighthouse is located and also added the new interior to the water treatment plant facility complex. Okay, we know that. New trader. Added 3 new bosses. The commanders are ex-USEC PMC known as Rogues. The leader of the gang is Knight, who coordinates those actions of the entire group and specializes in assault operations. Bird Eye maintains a distance between him and the enemy, setting up ambushes and choosing positions with a clear line of sight of the area. And Big Pipe just takes that grenade launcher and lays down that big pipe. Bosses maintain contact with each other and other rogues. However, they don't stick it together, and instead they have their positioning distances. When an enemy is detected by any of the bosses or rogues, information on enemy location is transmitted to everybody by the radio, and bosses prepare for battle, taking up tactical positions of engagement. The bosses are going to be helping each other using all available weapons and hostile to everybody, players of any faction, scavs, and raiders. Yes, yes, finally, they're doing it. Finally, thank God. This has been like my most requested ask for like any of the new factions they add. Why are they all friendly together? They don't have to be. Let's see them fuck up the scavs. I will, like, it makes me happy. I'm cool with that. The bosses will be on Lighthouse, Shoreline, Woods, and Customs. They do not stay in one place and instead wander through these locations all the time. If the bosses have moved to one map, they will be absent from others. There's no timeline for their movement, and nobody knows what the bosses are guided by. So, other that are guided by when changing locations. Yet, maybe there is a way to figure it out. Oh shit, offline co-op is available right now. This game mode is only available to players who purchase Edge of Darkness Edition. Added co-op mode option checkbox to the game. Co-op mode and all settings of bots, bosses, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Start as a group will allow players in the group to spawn together in a center location. With the checkbox unticked, all players will spawn in an online mode. Oh. The number of players in a group for co-op mode has been increased and depends on the maximum number of players for the selected location. That is huge. That means you will be able to do PvP tournaments. You will be able to do PvP tournaments. That's why they did it that way, for sure. Yeah, you'll be able to do PvP matches and full-blown private games and do all sorts of mini games. That's good, dude. It's going to be a lot of content, but only available for people who have EOT. Man. All right. I understand their reasoning, but it would be nice if this was available to everybody. The number of co-op servers may be limited under heavy loads. In this case, on the group gathering screen, you'll see a message that says, "Attention, high load on practice mode servers." This message means that finding a server for a co-op mode may take longer than normal. Rework the this is going to be like not a big deal near the end of the wipe. It will be today though. Updated movement animations. So updated the animations for character movement, jumps, and stances, and added new breathing animations, melee attacks, weapon drawing, and holstering. Added sprint animations that change depending on what type of weapon. We've seen that in the podcast and a few other videos about this patch. Added rotations and tilts to the body when moving and sprinting. The lower the speed and position of the player, the lower the tilt the body during turns, and vice versa. Ooh, so there's going to be a lot that's going to change with this. Implemented weapon or operations during sprints. In particular, the ability to switch to another weapon, switch fire modes, check magazine and chamber, folding and unfolding weapon, inspecting and reloading. Nice. Added daily tasks for player scavs. The tasks will be given out by fence once a day and will be available after the building of the intelligence center in the hideout, regardless of PMC character level. New types of daily tasks, searching for items from a category such as food, medicine, weapons. All items will be needed to be found in raid. I love this. If someone's just like, I need food, find 15 cans of food. Find certain amounts of medicine. I like that. It's nice. Added slots for special items in PMC inventory, in which you can put your compass and your rangefinder, a Wi-Fi camera, a marker, and other special items. Items in special slots are not lost upon death. They cannot be looted from bodies. To activate an item in the special slot, you need to assign it to a key on your quick access. Hey, I'm just hitting you guys with my honesty. All right, sometimes you can, listen, you can disagree. This is going to be an unpopular opinion. I don't necessarily like this for things like rangefinders, but I will use this a lot. I think everybody having access to a rangefinder all the time defeats the purpose of buying one and bringing it and using it as a tool and risking to lose it. Anyway, I'm using it. I just think it was cool to risk losing rangefinders and stuff. Added a flare gun and a single shot reactive flare round with lighting and flare ammunition. Shooting red signal flares calls upon a plane with an airdrop to fly near the nearest possible location. Updated the airdrop mechanics. Added 4 types of containers with unique contents. Weapons, medicine, supplies, and general purpose. Added countermeasure flares when flying in and dropping the container. The plane flying trajectories and decreased engine... they decreased the engine sound. Nice. Added new tasks to the new lighthouse territory. Updated the base clothing models for USEC and Bear. Added the new head models for USEC and Bear PMC. And yeah, here we got some new weapons. We got the Benelli N3 Super 90 shotgun. This is both a semi-automatic and a pump action shotgun. And you're probably wondering why. Why would somebody make that in real life? The pump action is used for lower charged rounds for law enforcement, for like beanbag rounds or things like that. Different tools. So, which would not have enough charge to get the bolt to bring in another shell. So that's why you have both. I mean, I'm assuming in Tarkov, now coming back to the video game, in Tarkov, you might have a situation where on pump, more accurate. I don't know if they're going to do it that way. I don't know if it's even going to make sense like that, but we'll see. But this shotgun can do both. We got Accuracy International, AXMC Sniper Rifle. This is the 338 bolt action. It's coming with a suppressor. That suppressor will be able to go in the Mark 18. We got the MP18 single shot rifle. If you've played DayZ, you know what this one is. This is the BK, the Burger King 18, the IZH 18. This will not shoot 7.62 by 39. It's going to shoot 54. So, yeah, 7N1. 7N1 SNB. Scav gun. Yeah, the IZH 18, a workhorse of DayZ standalone. It's coming. The RD704 assault rifle. I don't know if I know what this is. Oh, this is the AK. This is I thought the AK was in a different spot. So this is going to be similar in size to the AK-104. I believe this is going to shoot the 7.60 by 39. Right, I thought it was a different. I thought it was this one. The AK carbine. But there you go. But what's the SAG AK carbine here? Is this a semi-automatic? Is this like a... Is this a 5.45 semi-automatic? Or what's going on with this? It is. Huh. Is it 223? Is it 223? I don't know. Semi-automatic 5.45? Man, I've been actually asking for a semi-automatic 5.45. G36, I think we all know what the G36 looks like. G36 with multiple different variants. There's going to be some that have built-in optics. You're going to have one specifically with a rail on the top. So what Nikita said during this podcast was it's likely that most people would only use the railed variant because the default optic sucks. So I don't know. We'll see what level. Unless they give like the default optic at like level 1 or something like that. And then obviously we got big pipes, big pipe. The MGL M32A1 revolver grenade launcher. The big pipe. Yeah. We'll see how that goes. Big pipe might get big farmed for his big pipe. Which will be big problem if there's a lot of 2 to 3 meter charged shells that come along with it. Reworked ammunition or animations for the MP133 and MP9. Wait a second. I hope it's more than just animations. I hope they increase the pump time of the MP133. I really hope they do. We'll see. The MP133 is one of the oldest guns in the game, so it'd be nice to give it some love. A new model, animation, and modifications for the SV98. Oh shit, I wasn't expecting that at all. Okay. All right. Added new equipment and items. I feel like the guy got through this right into patch notes and was like, and all right, we'll just add more items and stuff. Changed bonuses for the perception skill. Now the hearing radius increased by 0.3% per level, up until 15% for the max level. Before this change, the hearing radius was increased by 0.7 and up to 0.35. All right, I think some people will be happy with that. I am not a guy that has been really complaining super hard about the perception skill. I know people have been and calling for change. So yeah, I feel like people are okay with this. Remove it all. Hey, I like the soft skills. I do. I just think the benefits should be more on the minor side. I think, and then also like the fact that at the end of the game, people are running around and their armor weight isn't being like taken into account. I think like the elite perk for strength should be removed. Things like that. Yeah, I don't want it gone. I just think they need it to be shifted around, which they did. Well, holy shit. How about that? Well, let's skip ahead. Rework the elite strafe skill. Hey, man, I feel like low-key they listen to my rants sometimes when we're doing just chatting, all right? I'm not saying it, but maybe, all right? Maybe, all right? Maybe. He's not saying it, chat. He's not saying it, boys. Now, weapons equipped on the sling, on the back, and the holster become weightless. Oh, and all the other items, chest rigs, backpacks, pouches, secure containers, counted normally. So they just switched it. I still think they should just remove this elite perk. They switched it, which is good, which means like you will still be overweight. But I think they should just remove that perk. Add new outfits. Change the inertia speed and force when leaning. I wonder how that's going to have an effect. We'll see. Added new crafting recipes for the hideout. Rework the metabolism skill. Now with 0 hydration and energy, you will not receive any thirst or hunger damage, but still receive other negative effects. Before this change, there was no negative effects. So you're going to be like huffing and puffing and stuff. And stamina reduction, right? No more quick peaks. I think there's going to be quick peaks. We'll see how this goes, but I'm okay with this. Graphical improvements. The AMD Fidelity FX Super Resolution, FSR, which is like the DLS equivalent for AMD. Apparently, in some other games, the FSR is an analog of the DLSS technology and supported by all AMD graphics cards, as well as NVIDIA 1000 series cards and newer. This is very interesting. So we'll see if that outperforms DLSS. We'll see. FSR option is only available for full HD resolutions and higher. The performance mode only available for 4K Ultra HD resolutions and higher. Temporarily disabled the ability to enable MIP streaming in the graphics settings. We are currently reworking this function and will re-enable it down the road. Updated NVIDIA Reflex. Reworked laser sights for all tactical devices. With IR mode enabled, the lasers and flashlights will not be visible since they are designed with night vision goggles. Also, the intensity and the brightness of standard non-IR lasers has been increased. It would have been really nice being like the point fire benefits gained from IR lasers has been removed from the game. Added new voices for Bear and Yusek. Great. Added new sounds of movement on top of various surface types. Added sounds for weapons dropping on various surfaces. Added sounds of bodies collapsing after death and sounds of transition to prone. Nice. List of fixes. The sound effect on an active headset no longer persists between offline raids. Added a perk icon for hand stamina of the endurance skill. Cultist charge value no longer resets to max. The knife is picked up from a killed player. Fixed display of prices with 5 or more characters. Added sorting table button to mail and task reward screens. The trajectory of the AGS projectile no longer changes when the scope is moved. The metal bars on the labs location no longer reduce damage when shooting through them. Fixed incorrect behavior of bodies after death at some specific locations. The next button no longer disappears if you return to the faction selection screen. MS-2000 marker no longer floats in the air after placing it. Fixed incorrect behavior of settings interface when switching from full screen mode to borderless. Fixed incorrect window size of the 9x20 to 180p resolution in windowed mode. Helmet mounted flashlights no longer block vision when using stationary weapons. Picking up an item while prone no longer causes incorrect camera movement. Aiming accuracy for the Taz KS-23 carbine. I hope that this is for the the barricade rounds. Fixed a bug that caused rogues to visually appear incorrectly behind stationary weapons. The sort direction indicator no longer changes its position if the player re-enters the flea market. The FN Scar H 7.6x51 20-round magazine now increases the weapon size by 1 slot. When changing the menu background in the hideout image is no longer overlapped. High-com trooper helmet icon, not bad. Incorrect anti-aliasing for big items in the statch. The statch. Fix the bug causing character textures to become distorted when loading into a raid. Incorrect patrol route for Tagilla on Nighttime Factory. I've never experienced that, but here you go. When we were talking about this last week, the patrol routes, scab patrol routes. This is what I've been talking about for like the last few weeks. So trying to get the scavs away from patrol routes and more like something that you'd experience in Stalker. When I say scavs are on the rails, I'm talking about their patrol route. So I think it'd be a huge step up for Tarkov if they can figure this out for sure. But anyway, fixed the lack of wet asphalt effect with SSR enabled in some places. Added inertia when quickly tapping the AD keys. There you go. Fixed bot behavior when shooting with revolvers. Weapon stat penalties from ammo are now displayed correctly for revolvers. Okay. Fixed the incorrect behavior of Tagilla when changing positions during combat. Killa is no longer hostile to player scavs with reputation above 6.0. Damn. Fixed display of weapons in the folded and unfolded state. Possibility of bot hands getting frozen. Rogues are now aggressive again towards USEC players who killed them in the past raids. Fixed the number of issues related to the calculation of inertia, allowing players to bypass it or reduce it. Interesting. I didn't know that this was a thing, personally. I wonder how prevalent this was really in the higher end PvP circles. If there was like weird ways of maneuvering to exploit the lack of inertia. This would have definitely been used at the higher level of play. I've never really seen it. I don't really know much about it, but this is very interesting. Fixed an error that caused the disappearance of ammo loaded into a magazine. Fixed blocking of inventory operations that could occur after selecting a weapon from a killed player scav. Fixed a bug due to which the container from an airdrop froze in the air or ended up in places inaccessible to the players. Fixed an overly bright light of characters when loading into location. Various visual fixes on location, various balances of weapon characteristics, added the ability to select different display in the game settings. Various fixes and adjustments. Cool. I like it. I think the biggest takeaways for me, the rework of the elite perk is going to be big at the end of the game. But I still think the elite perks should be removed and the benefits of elite, like of strength, should remain the same. I think that'd be a good balance. Perception skill, a lot of people are going to be happy about that. New model and animation for SV98. I love sniping in this game. It's one of my favorite things to do. So this was a surprise because I use the SV98 a lot. So I'm curious about the stats too and what kind of new mods you could put on it. I wasn't expecting new models and animations for the SV98. All the weapons, they're going to be cool. They're going to be a nice addition to the game. I think the biggest addition, obviously, is going to be that 338 sniper rifle. The revolver grenade launcher might be crazy if it's easily farmed on Big Pipe, and a lot of people have it consistently. Might be interesting. We'll have to see, especially for you labs guys. MP18, it's going to be a common scav gun. You know, you'll see it around. The rest aren't really going to be filling a role that isn't already being filled in Tarkov. Co-op mode is going to be huge for just streaming content and running tournaments and mini games. But yeah, no, those are the big ones for me. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. What do you guys think? Is it as exciting as like what we were at with 12.12 with the release of Lighthouse? Probably not. But it might be more exciting with like a bunch of new bosses and shit to do. So we'll have to wait and see. All right, guys. Yo, if you're watching this on YouTube, check out the link in the description. I should be live right now on Twitch playing the new patch, or hopefully soon. If the servers are working properly, we'll have to wait and see. But thanks again for watching. And as always, let me know what you think of the patch notes in the comment section below. I'm always eager to hear what you guys have to say, even if it's crazy. I'll see you guys later.